Well, happy Sunday, happy Easter. Welcome to another chat, to another conversation and talk. High vibes and awareness. I'm your host, Eric Bigger, and we're going to talk about some good topics today. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's joining today. Maybe you're leaving church, maybe you're in church because it is Easter Sunday. And I trust that you're feeling good, you're full of gratitude and joy, and you took some time out this morning to give thanks to your creator, to God, to the universe, and just to be happy that you exist in this universe, you know. It's a lot of things we can focus on that we don't have to make us feel the way we don't want to feel. However, we're here. And my mother is calling me, but Mom, I love you. Hey, Karen Evans, how are you? I have a live that I'm on right now. Happy Easter, but I love you. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye. See, the universe is powerful. You see that? Mom's calling me. But anyway, happy Sunday. And we're here for another chat. Like I said before, the intentions of these chats for high vibes and awareness is to raise your energy and awareness around self, around yourself. Also today, the intentions is for you to understand the power of information and the power of the environment that you hold time and space and energy in. So we're here. So the topic today is creating boundaries, your environment, and success from information. My spirit is telling me to start from the bottom and go up. So we're going to start from having success from information. So what do I mean by that? All of you right now, anyone watching, anyone listening, you have information about something. There's something you do really well, right? And you might not get paid for it. You might be a great baker. You probably can cook really good. You're probably like a fitness enthusiast. You're a great speaker, a great listener. You have information around something you do well, but you don't know you have it. You just know you can do these things, right? So let's look at it as let's just say cleaning, right? Like cleaning up, right? It's very simple. Everyone has the power to clean, but there's some people who do it better than others, right? So for me, I'm a neat freak. I love to clean. Ever since I was young, Mom, she just called me. She told me, she said, you always make your bed. I just love like a clean environment and space. But I realized like that information I got from being in a clean environment, clean space, allowed me to think clearly, to feel good, and to be good, to have success at a young age. Like when I was 10, I was washing my own clothes. I was ironing my clothes. I took the same route to school every day. I made my bed. My room was always clean, right? So just having that little information of cleanliness, right? You know, order, allowed me to have success as a kid. I always did well in school. I always got good grades, right? But no one probably paid attention to that. It's like, oh, you cleaned your room? Like, what is that? But somehow, some way, that was something that was in me that I know from past experience as a child, I was able to have success, right? But that's all from just having a clean room. I didn't do anything but clean my room, but I had the information like, I want my room to be clean. But I didn't know why, right? So in life, there's things, right, that we all want. There's things we all want in life. We want a relationship. We want money. We want opportunity. We want to be on TV. We want that new car. We want all these things. And the reason some of us might not have these things is because we don't have information on those things. In my life, in my time, I've went after information. I've read books. I listened to people who knew more than me. I was looking for wisdom, understanding, right? There's a Proverbs 4:7 says, in all you're getting, get understanding, right? So that's information. So I'm here to tell you, your success, the success you had, think about all the success you had in your life, came from information. You have information about something that no one knows, right? Information is why we lack or have limitation, because we don't have information, right? I have a growth mindset, going to the gym every day and every other day or whatever, how many times I go a week, maybe 4, maybe 5, because I have information about the benefits of what it does to my body and my mind, right? Now, the person who doesn't have that information, they're not going to move the same way I move when it comes to their fitness and their well-being. Because they don't have information. It's not that you're not smarter. You don't have you don't have the class. You didn't grow up a certain way. Anybody that's successful, that's where they are in life, is all because of information. That's why they tell you to read books. They don't tell you to read books to question your intellect. They tell you to read books so you can get information. There's people that smoke weed every day. They know what a weed store is. They know how to get it. They know how to roll a blunt or the joint. You got information. you know, when it comes to drinking, like we have retro Jordans come out. We know the time, the day, the release date, and we buy the Jordans. You have information. So then when you get the sneakers, that's your success. So people, I don't want you to make life complex. I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to overdo it. It's all you're lacking if you're not feeling what you want to feel is information. When we get hurt, our heart broke, or we're frustrated, we're overwhelmed, we're in our ego. A client of mine was like, my human came out today, like my human self. It's because you don't have information about self. You don't have information about your emotional intelligence. That's what we talked about last week. You don't have information about being in a relationship with someone. When something goes wrong, you want to run. But maybe that's not really good because you don't have information about what it means to stay, right? So people, simple. If you want success, go after information. Be around the people who have information the way you do, right? Information changes your situation. It's that simple. People say, well, E, how do you do it? I went after information. I studied the Robin Sharmas. I studied the Tony Robbins, the Bob Proctors, the Les Browns, the Mary Morseys, Abraham Hicks. I've read the books. I listened to the audiobooks. I have information. So the more information I got, my situation changed. Knowledge is the precursor to experience, right? So I'm not saying be a nerd. I'm not saying read 100 books. I'm saying get the information. Success comes from information. A great basketball player, because he had information about the jab set, about how to jump, how to use his body to get to the basket. A great quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, has information about, of course, he has skill and talent, but he has information about himself that he knows to get the ball down the field to win the Super Bowl, right? Information is so simple, I promise you. Read books, get information. That's all it is. But listen, most of the world, I can't say most of the world, the way media pushes out to us, they give us all the information, all the negative information, and we become savvy in the negativity, and we're dominant. We got like A+ scholarships in negativity. We know who's dating who cheated on who passed away, what happened. You got information. Why do you want something negative that's not evolving you? But we don't know better because they throw it in our face, right? So that topic is done. I forgot to put my time on. 8 minutes has went by. I told myself 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to hold myself accountable. But thank you for listening. So yeah, people, success comes from information. That's it. Remember, you open that LLC, that S Corp, you got information. You booked the audition, you got information. You know how to act, you got information. Your skills gives you information. Energy is information. You ever been around someone like, I don't like their energy. It's their energy is giving you information to stay away from them. That's how powerful information is. Everything is information. Your energy vibrates information. You ever be around, oh, I like your energy. They're giving you information. I want to be around this person. All right, that's done. So anyway, moving to the second topic. Environment. Environment. Your environment creates your livelihood, internally and externally. What do I mean by that? Real quick, I live in LA. Sunny California. Oh my God. It is beautiful here. Yeah. Does it rain? Damn right it rains. It's been raining a lot the last 2 weeks. Not this week or last week. But, the weeks prior. So, in LA, you can kind of like wing it. When I say wing it, you can kind of get away with just going through your days. However, on the East Coast, ain't no winging out there. It gets cold. Really cold. And there's something that's called seasonal depression. People really get depressed when the seasons change. I was aware of that maybe 4 months ago. When I was there with a friend, I was like, oh my God. And another friend told me they experienced that. I'm like, whoa, environment. Hold on, right? So people, you got to be aware of the environment you live in. That is, i.e., the town, the city, the zip code, the house you live in, the car you drive. And remember I said clean rim. Is your car clean? That's an environment you're living in. Is your rim clean? Are you going to sleep in a clean rim? Environment affects your livelihood. Your environment. Who are your friends? What do they talk about? How do they think? What do they do? Are they lazy? Are they disciplined? Are they dedicated? Are they committed? Are they negative? You know, what is their normalcy? You can't expect greatness if you're not around it. If your environment is not a great environment, how can you expect it to be great? I don't care how much information you have, how many books you have. And by the way, them books and information going to move your ass up out of there. So environment. So people, you have to be aware of the environment you live in, right? Because that is going to affect how you live, how you think, what you do. The thing about LA was so beautiful is that, like, you can struggle here, you can be broke, you can be poor, but you can go outside in the sunlight. You can go outside and look at palm trees. You can go outside and be motivated. You see mansions, you see Ferrari. Oh my God, yeah, I'm motivated. I'm from Baltimore City. You can go outside. You can sit here in LA, but most parts, the tough parts, rats are running in the streets. You see, you know, the neighborhood, you know, junkies and the drug dealers and people getting killed. Like, that's negative. There's no motivation behind that. That's more fear, right? So people, your environment creates your livelihood, how you think and how you be. So wherever you are in the world, whether it's cold, hot, warm, figure out, okay, what do you benefit the most from? Some people like the cold. Some people like when it rains. Some people don't want the sun to come out every day. That's fine. What do you like? Once you understand the environment you need to place your energy in, then that's how you can thrive. You got to figure out what benefits your space. So then you go, that's your external environment. Is your car clean? Is your room clean? Are your friends, do y'all have healthy conversations? Do y'all talk about real things? Do you guys listen to each other? Or do you bicker? Do you fight? What type of relationship and environment, right? So now it's like in the environment up here, your mental software. What is this environment like, right? What are you putting in this environment every day? What are you consuming? What people are you talking to? What videos are you watching? What Instagram accounts are you following? What TikTok accounts are you on? What foods are you eating? What type of music are you listening to? I remember my mom called today. It's so funny. I'll never forget this. We were somewhere in Baltimore. I probably was like maybe 11 or 12. And you remember that Lauryn Hill song? I'm so intoxicated. You know, like, I'm young. Mind you, I'm young. I don't know what I'm saying. My mom said, boy, shut up. Stop saying that. I'm like, Mom, that's the song. I like it. She said, do you know what that means? I'm like, no, it means you're drunk. I'm like, oh, right? You see? Information I didn't have about a word I was saying. So we listen to songs and music, and we start repeating what they're saying. We affirming those emotions that the artist is bringing, and then we look at our life. Then we start saying these things. I'm a savage. You know, I'm this, I'm that. I got that whack. I'm a bad, whatever it is, right? And cool, but you gotta be aware, right? Intentions is to raise your energy and awareness. You have to be aware of what you're taking in, what you're consuming, because that's affecting your environment, right? So your environment is vital. Your environment is vital. What type of relationship do you have with yourself? What type of environment do you live in when no one's around? When no one's at your place, is your house clean? Is your place clean? Do you create a space of love and joy in your own space when no one's around? I look in my mirror, I talk to myself, Eric, I love you, really love you. I do push-ups. It's abundant in my environment. I feel great. You know? What is your environment like that you live in first? What is your environment like that you go to sleep in when you lay your head down? What is that energy like? You got a bunch of clothes on the bed? Is everybody coming in and out of your room when you need that peace? Think about it. I'm not telling you to change anything. I'm telling you to be aware, because that's your environment. What type of food do you have in your refrigerator? I was telling the client, I said, look, oh, I can eat. Oh, I love food. Let me tell you something. banana pudding, gummy bears, even Oreo cookies. You put that in my environment, in my cabinets, I'm going to eat it. Why? Because I love those things. That's another part of control. It talks about it in Atomic Habits book by James Clear. Your environment is what's in your cabinet, what's in your refrigerator. If it's in my environment, 9 times out of 10, if I like it, I'm going to eat it. Control, control, control. Maintain your environment. You're in control of that, right? I'll give you one last story. So prior to moving to Hollywood, I was in Burbank for 3 years. And prior to living in Burbank, I was in Miracle Mile. And it's funny, right? It's miracle season. And this is before the show I moved, before this word even was a thing. And it was great. It was fun. I love the Miracle Mile. But I like to change. You know, every 3 years I feel like I move, right? I said, man, I want more peace in my life. I really want peace. I feel like Hollywood is busy, it's just like so much going on. So when I would come home from work or training clients or being on set, I always felt like I had to go back out. Go get a drink, go to a lounge, go to dinner. And I was just like, man, I just want that peace. I want to separate my career life from my personal life. We get Burbank. I go to Burbank. I love Burbank. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I mean, it was gated. I had my own parking. We had a pool, jacuzzi, on-site, gym, and wash and dry. And, you know, oh, baby, I love it. One of my favorite places, right? So, boom, I go. First year, I love it. But I realized when nobody come to see me out there, it was so far. It was like the boonies. Like, Burbank is like the suburbs of LA. We call it the Valley, right? Hollywood is more like the city. It's more busy, more things happening. So, you know, I was kind of isolated out there for some time. A year go by. Okay, boom. Next year come. Pandemic. I'm in Burbank in a pandemic by myself, right? Environment. Peaceful, quiet, to myself. You know, all you can count on in those moments, unless you have family, was what was in your environment. And then, you know, we coming out of the pandemic. You know, we going 2021. Because I moved in 2019 August. So I was there from August to 2022 August, right? So anyway, coming up out of that, like probably like 6 months into, last 6 months of 2021 going into the new year, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm too isolated. I was feeling weird, like I need to be around people. Like I love human connection, right? And I realized it was affecting my psyche. I'm like, yo, this is weird. I never experienced this. Because I was in a different environment. I wasn't seeing people. All this AI, this artificial intelligence and this digital, don't get caught up in it. We need each other. So go outside, go create, be around people if you're a people's person. Sometimes introverts like to be by themselves. So in that isolation, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I need to be around people. I need to get back to, I need community. I need, you know, and it was affecting me mentally. Like, and so, you know, when I was in Beverly Hills or West Hollywood training clients, I would go to like Soho Works, get work done because I needed to be around people, right? Or Soho House here in LA. And then I was like, you know what? I'm a city kid. I'm from the city. I need to be around where it's busy. They getting after it. Let's go. What we doing? High vibes, right? So I moved back to Hollywood. And then when I tell you, every time I move, I write it down exactly to detail. And I always manifest what I write down. It's amazing. And I allow it to happen. So in my new space in Hollywood, I have everything at my disposal, like everything. I'm in a unit I love to be in. I have a gym, pool, jacuzzi. We even got a grocery store. We got a yoga studio, Pilates. It's all integration. I don't really know where to go nowhere, but it's community. I see people every day. I connect with people on the elevator and pass. I see the same people in the gym between 5 and 7 a.m. every day, depending on what time I go, right? Environment, I see people. It's affecting how I think and how I live, my livelihood. Environment. So take note on that. Take your notes. Make sure you get this. All right, last but not least, because it says I got 2 minutes, I'm gonna give myself 5 more minutes. Because like I said, I don't want to be on here too long. But hopefully this is helping and you guys are retaining this information. It's really simple stuff, but I'm just making you aware of what you don't know that you know now, right? Like the sun is out, that affects how I think, right? Environment. Imagine if I was in Seattle and it's always raining. Depending on if I like it or not, it might impact my thoughts or my emotions. Creating boundaries. Ooh, baby. Listen, there's a lot going on in the world. As we know, the recession, the change in the dollar, all these things. We can't control what we cannot control. Control the controllers. However, we have people in our life, also environment, your work environment, relationship you're in, you need to change those things if it's not healthy for you. Just make sure I'm going to add that. But we have family members, we have friends, we have loved ones that bring information to us. Information, right? I have information about what's going on in the world because maybe they watch the news, they got some, whatever. So I had a family member call me this week, last week, and they were talking about the dollar change and the dollar has no power and this is America, I think we're going to war, all these things. And I was like, look, check this out. I don't live in fear. I live in love. So I hear you. I don't live in that vibration. High vibes. I don't live in that vibration. I don't live in that scarcity. The old me would let them just keep talking, right? Just let them keep going. And now I'm becoming what they're telling me because I'm allowing it. I'm condoning it. We get what we tolerate. But what I did was, hey, guess what? I don't live in fear. I live in love. I'm creating a boundary for myself. For them to let them know, hey, look, stop that. I hear you, but control what you can control. I live in love. Now, I wasn't holding that against them. They're just in a different paradigm and frequency than I am. I'm just not condoning what they're giving because I don't believe that. Yeah, it's so big. Whatever's going to be is going to be. I'm not letting that dictate who I am, emotionally or mentally. Create boundaries. You have friends that invite you out to dinner, baby showers, to get brunch. You might not want to go, but you'll say yes because you don't want to say no. Guess what? Tell them, hey, look, thank you for the invite. It's Sunday. I'm feeling more relaxed. I'm really not in the mood. I can't go this week. Maybe the next time. And boom, they gonna respect it. Create your boundaries. Tell people no. You gotta create boundaries around your energy, and I have not been good at that over the years because I became this martyr for everybody who's stepping in their pain because the Pisces in me wanna, or people are like, nah, we creating boundaries. If it's negative, keep it away from me. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Negativity doesn't move me. I'm a solutions based. That's it. A negative with a negative is a negative. It's not a positive. Not that we don't need problems and we don't need challenges to change and adversities to overcome. I'm not saying that. That's life. We're human. We're all going to have good days, bad days, down days, depressed days, whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you are in control of what you allow into your energy. You need to create a boundary around it. When I go to bed at night, my phone is on airplane mode. Do not disturb. You won't be calling me. You hear me. I will be asleep. I will not be responding because I'm creating a boundary. When I get up in the morning, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm going to the gym on my other phone, the one you're on right now. Right? This is how I should have my content on. So we got to learn how to create boundaries. And we got to stand in it. We got to stand strong in our truth and our boundaries, people. We must. So, look, it's Sunday. Happy Easter. Pray as much as you can. Eat good. Find goodness in everything you have. Create boundaries. Be aware of the environment you live in, work in, love in, do business in, the conversations you have. Information. What information are you getting every day about yourself? What information are you getting about the job or skills you want to acquire or the things you want to become? Do you have information around that? Information changes situation. My barber was like, E, think about it. Information. The N forms your motion, your movement, right? It informs you. Information. So let's get into it, right? And by the way, people, stop overworking, stop overdoing it. Learn and get your rest. That's information. It's Sunday. You don't need to be working if you don't have to work. Or if, more work is not going to change how you feel. So that's all. That's it. It's miracle season. Share this comment. It's high vibes and awareness with E Bigger. Happy Sunday. I look at someone there. They knocked out on the couch. See, I can see people. That's even getting me like, oh wow, there's people over there. Community environment. Yeah. So raise your energy. Raise your awareness. Be aware of the power of the information that you get, that comes to you, good or bad. Control your environment, control the controllables. And if you ain't following me, follow me. Share this with someone who can benefit. And let's just keep getting better. Raise your vibration. We want to stay high in vibe. This is my main thesis for me. I'm going to stay high in vibe, and I'm going to be super aware. And sometimes you got to be aware of the things you do unconsciously that's unhealthy. Like I was telling a friend, I said, if you find me going into this space and this pattern, check me, because it's not healthy. It's a subconscious pattern. And it was like, thank you for bringing it up. I appreciate it. And then I was telling them something today, and they were like, no, I need to do this, because if I don't do this, then I'm going to feel like this, and I'm going to be... I said, oh, that's good. Create awareness. Create awareness of holding yourself accountable. So I'm holding you accountable today to do the best you can be, but don't allow yourself to suffer in things that's not yours, and you don't have to. Create your boundaries. Say no. Environment, success from information. Let's get it. It's miracle season. Have a beautiful week. I'm done. Have your best day today. Be safe. Peace.